Hey everybody, welcome to another lesson of learning Japanese. Today we're covering the grammar pattern that is XO shita or XO shite iru, noun to mean basically just the noun that has the feature of X. And so it's pretty much that simple. This grammar pattern is just going to be used when you want to express or more accurately describe a certain entity, which is going to be the noun, as having a certain feature, which is going to be X. It kind of just literally translates to X has blank almost, and you might be asking, well, don't we have a lot of grammar patterns to already do something like that, such as the blank aru grammar pattern, or maybe just using adjectives to modify the noun that we're talking about? And the answer is, of course, yes, this is just basically another way to go about doing that, and it is a pretty commonly implemented grammar pattern, so we definitely should get it down in our heads. So this grammar pattern has more than one construction basically. We can use it either to just state a complete sentence such as blank has blank, or we can use it to modify a noun such as the noun that has blank, which is what the construction in the title of this lesson is hinting at. So we can do either one, but we should be pretty wary of which one we're doing because there are certain things that we need to be aware of. If we're using it to state a complete sentence, then we're basically going to be using the shite iru option. And if not, if we're just using it to modify a noun, we can use either the shiteiru or the shita, but the more commonly used one is going to be the past plain form shita. So now let's just go through some example sentences to see how this is going to work out. So for our first example sentence, we have the really simple line, George Washington wa ookii耳をしています. And what this line is just going to translate to is George Washington has big ears. No offense. So let's break down the sentence bit by bit. First up, we have George Washington. This is just going to be George Washington. We're going to mark him with the particle wa to make him the topic of the sentence. Then we have the e adjective ookii, and this is just going to mean big. That's going to modify the noun mimi, which means ears. And so we see here that ookii mimi is going to be the X in our grammar construct here. So in line with the construction of the grammar pattern, now we follow that with a direct object particle o. Now we're either going to use shiteiru or shita, and since we know that this is going to be kind of the construction that is forming a complete sentence, then we're going to go with the former, which is shiteiru. So we're going to use shiteiru, but we're going to conjugate the iru into its polite form for whatever reason. So iru turns into imasu. So ookii mimi o shite imasu is going to be has big ears. Then we attach that to George Washington, the topic of the sentence, and it all just reads George Washington has big ears. George Washington wa ookii耳をしています. For our next example sentence, we're going to modify a noun this time. So for our line, we have Nagai ashiをした選手は勝った. And what the line is going to translate to is just basically the player or the athlete with the long legs won. Let's break down the sentence bit by bit. First up, we have the adjective nagai, which means long. This is going to be modifying the word right after it, which is ashi, which means leg, or legs in this case. And so nagai ashi is going to be the X in our grammar construction here. So now we just follow with the phrasing, follow it with the direct object particle o. Now we can use whether to use shiteiru or shita, and this time it's modifying a noun, so we can choose either one, but like I said in the beginning, shita is more common, so we're going to go with that. So nagai ashi o shita, and now we can provide the noun that this is all modifying, and it's going to be the word senshu, which means player or athlete. And so that first part will just be the player with the long legs. And so basically with that part of the sentence, which is still an incomplete sentence, we've already used the grammar pattern perfectly fine, but we're just going to finish the sentence just to be grammatically sound. So right after senshu, we have the wa marking him as the topic of the sentence, and then we just have the verb katta, which is the plain past form of the verb katsu, which means to win. So won, the player with the long legs won. Nagai ashi o shita senshu wa katta. For our last example sentence, we have the line Kawaii顔をした少女に告白したいと思う. And what this line will translate to is just basically, I want to tell the girl with the cute face that I like her, or I want to confess to the girl with the cute face. Let's break down the sentence bit by bit. First up, we just have the adjective kawaii, which means cute. This will be modifying the word right after it, which is going to be kao, which means face. So kawaii kao is going to be the X in our grammar construction here. So as it follows, right after that, we insert the direct object particle o. Then we're either going to put shiteiru or shita, and it's going to be shita again this time just because we want to. And now we insert the noun of the grammar construct, which is just going to be shoujo, which means girl. So this is going to be the girl with the cute face, or the girl that has a cute face. And with that, again, we've basically used the grammar pattern perfectly complete now, and it's grammatically sound and everything, but we're just going to make a full sentence out of this example just to better learn things. So we're going to mark the girl with the cute face as the indirect object of the action that's about to happen. So we put the ni right after shoujo, and now the verb that we're using that needs an indirect object to it is going to be the verb kokuhaku, which means to confess basically, and this is a verbal noun, so we have suru right after it. And what we're going to do with suru is just going to conjugate it into its tai form, which means to want to do, so shitai. Then we end the sentence with to omou, which is just going to translate to think or to feel. In the case of to feel, it's going to be basically, and that could kind of just be more naturally translated to just I want to confess, since both the tai form of the verb suru and to omou are kind of expressing the same desire, and it might be redundant to double state it like that. So again, the whole sentence is going to read Kawaii kao o shita shoujo ni kokuhaku shitai to omou is going to be I want to tell the girl with the cute face that I like her, or I want to confess to the girl with the cute face. And so yeah, that is how we're using this pretty common everyday grammar pattern, xo shiteru or xo shita, noun to mean the noun that has x or the noun that exhibits x feature.